What if I told you there's a lost city buried beneath the Arabian sands? A city so wealthy and mysterious, it was called the Atlantis of the Desert. For centuries, explorers searched for it. Legends whispered of a great city called Ubar. A city of towering pillars, bustling markets, and unimaginable riches. But then, it vanished. Swallowed by the desert, leaving behind only myths and unanswered questions. Until modern science uncovered something extraordinary beneath the empty quarter. Was Ubar real? Or just a tale told by the desert winds? Stay with me, because what you're about to discover will change everything you thought you knew. To understand Ubar, we have to travel back thousands of years. To the time when the Arabian Desert was more than just endless dunes. Deep within the Rub al-Khali, the empty quarter, the world's largest sand desert, lay the crossroads of ancient trade. Here, merchants transported one of the most valuable commodities of the ancient world, frankincense. This fragrant resin was worth more than gold. Used in temples, royal courts, and sacred rituals across Egypt, Rome, and Mesopotamia. At the heart of this trade stood a city of unimaginable wealth. A place of towering pillars, shining gates, and endless treasures. This was the legendary Ubar, the gateway to the desert. And a name whispered in the shadows of history. For centuries, Ubar existed only in stories. A city spoken of in ancient texts. A place so magnificent that people believed it was touched by the gods. Some legends called it Iram of the Pillars. A city of towering columns and endless wealth. A jewel in the desert. Where merchants traded gold, silver, and the precious frankincense that fueled empires. But the myths were just as dark as they were dazzling. Stories spoke of arrogance, greed, and a curse from the heavens. It's said that Ubar's people defied the will of God. And as punishment, their city was swallowed by the sands. Explorers, adventurers, and treasure hunters searched for Ubar for hundreds of years. But all they found was empty desert. Some began to wonder, was Ubar ever real? Or was it just a tale told to travelers by the fireside? The line between myth and reality was fading. And then, something happened that changed everything. As the centuries passed, the legend of Ubar became an obsession. Explorers from across the world set out to find the Atlantis of the desert. In the 19th and 20th centuries, adventurers and archaeologists scoured the Arabian sands. British explorer Wilfred Thesiger crossed the empty quarter, chasing clues. But returned empty-handed. The desert, vast and merciless, gave up nothing. Ubar remained a phantom. And then, in the early 1990s, science stepped in. A team led by filmmaker and explorer Nicholas Clapp had an idea. What if the key to Ubar was hidden not in the sand, but from above? Using NASA's advanced radar technology, they scanned the empty quarter from space. What they found stunned the world. Ancient caravan routes etched deep into the desert, all converging at a single point. Beneath the sands, something massive lay buried. A city? A fortress? Nobody knew. But the hunt for Ubar was no longer a dream, it was real. The excavation began in Oman, at a remote site known as Shizr. At first, it looked like nothing more than a barren outpost. But the ground beneath told a different story. What they uncovered was astonishing. The ruins of massive stone walls, thick fortifications, and the remains of towering pillars. It wasn't a simple camp. This was a city. Artifacts revealed a thriving hub of trade. Pottery, beads, and traces of frankincense. The lifeblood of Arabia's wealth. But then came the biggest revelation. The city had collapsed into a massive limestone cavern. Entire structures swallowed by the earth. Ubar had literally fallen into the sands. Experts believe this sudden collapse may have been the final blow, leaving Ubar buried and forgotten for centuries. the legend was real. And so was the tragedy that ended it. The discovery of Ubar was a triumph. But it raised more questions than it answered. Was this the legendary Iram of the Pillars mentioned in ancient texts? Or just a forgotten fortress along the trade routes? Some experts argue that Ubar wasn't a single city, but a network of settlements connected by trade. Others believe that vast ruins still lie hidden beneath the shifting sands. Even today, the empty quarter guards its secrets well. Beneath these endless dunes may rest more than just Ubar. Perhaps entire chapters of human history waiting to be uncovered. The mystery of Ubar lives on, and the desert keeps its silence. Ubar, a city that rose from the sands of time, only to be swallowed by them. For centuries, it lived as a legend, a whispered tale told by desert winds. Today, its remains tell a story of ambition, wealth, and ultimate collapse. But what other secrets does the empty quarter hide? Are there more cities waiting to be discovered beneath these endless sands? What do you think? Was Ubar truly the Atlantis of the desert? Or just a myth wrapped in grains of sand? If you love exploring lost civilizations and ancient mysteries, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Because the past has many more secrets to reveal.